Hello, good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So, what happened to the plants in the bathroom? The tropical plants in the bathroom are no longer in the bathroom. So those of you who've been following the sort of journey of four tropical plants that I put in the bathroom last year, and there was a dramatic change in their growth, particularly the guava and the Atamoya type of custard apple and the jackfruit. So all did very well, and there's a mango. Now the only plant that's still in the bathroom is the Malaysian honey mango, and I will do an update on that soon. But yeah, so why have they come down here? So first of all, let's have a look at this jackfruit here. Just watered it. It's got a bowl underneath to catch the excess. Yeah, this jackfruit is almost a year old. I think days away from being a year old. Germinated from seed last April, and it's put out these sort of juvenile, sort of quirky leaves with the big serrations in them. They look like fig leaves almost. And yeah, what happened to this? Why did I bring... First of all, I brought this one downstairs. And the reason was I went away in December for 3 weeks, and yeah, I expected it to slow down in growth because there are no additional lighting in the bathroom, you know, other than the light switch. So don't keep the bathroom light on for hours and hours. But the humidity in there seemed to help, and it's grown these huge leaves. Excuse me. In comparison to the jackfruit leaves that I brought, you know, the plants that I brought back from Bangladesh, the leaves of these are much bigger. They're huge. So it stopped growing. So it hadn't put out a new leaf until recently. So we're in April now, 1st of April. So it's not an April Fool's. But yeah, so this is the newest leaf. So it's been a 3-month gap of not putting out a single leaf. So I was a bit worried, you know. I had been putting out a new leaf almost every month, and I thought this is going to go the same way as the other jackfruits that I've tried to grow in the past. But yeah, so I thought, well, bring it downstairs. Yes, it's not going to get the same level of humidity. I have got a humidifier at the back there, that little purple dome shape thing, but I've not been using that recently, so I've sort of eased off using the humidifier, but it's been definitely getting extra light sort of with the mangoes of an evening, and yeah, so it's just put out that new leaf. So I'm glad that's happened, and yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I brought it out the bathroom. I think, you know, it wasn't getting enough light. Sorry, I had to pause the camera there. A bit of a coughing fit coming on. Yeah, so I brought it down here, and it seems to be recovering, and well, it wasn't doing badly, it just stopped growing, and that's what concerned me. So it's going to stay down here, as it seems to have adjusted. I was worried that it wasn't going to be as humid, which it isn't, but that seems to be okay with this plant. So that's the jackfruit, seed grown, a year on. Right, so this is the Egyptian guava. this was in the bathroom. I've only just brought it down recently, a few days ago, because I noticed while it was in the bathroom, it had put out like a fork, like a V-shape fork, but this side here started to shrivel. See there? So it just sort of shriveled up and died. So it looked like that, and then it just sort of turned black. So I was a little bit worried there, you know, what's going on. So I thought, get it into some more sunlight. So you can see in this room, this is my front living room, and these plants in the bathroom were to the rear of the house, and they don't get the morning sun. Late afternoon sun would hit them, and you know, on long summer days that's fine, but the short winter period, I think that wasn't enough, and so this started to shrivel, and it concerned me. So I thought, no, get it downstairs, get it in the sun. And pleased to say that apart from that staying, you know, growing, continuing to grow, it's got loads of little side branches. Let me see if lift it up. Yeah, maybe I'll just have to zoom in. Little side stems forming there, and so in the leaf axils going down, they all seem to have little side shoots, which is exciting to see. So it's going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, a nice bushy plant, because it was just growing straight, and I did sort of lop the top of it off when I came back from Bangladesh. It had grown quite a lot, and so I cut off a length of that, popped it in a bottle, but it was the soft green growth, so it never rooted. So you know, I've just chucked that out, but it had stimulated it into putting out what I was hoping would be like a V-shaped branch, but it will have side branches further down the stem. And so yeah, so that was 8 months old, and it hadn't grown at all. It was tiny. It was about this big, and it had like 2 or 3 sets of leaves, and for 8 months it did nothing. And then when I took it in the bathroom, it shot up, and you know, this nice healthy growth happened. Not sure what's happening there now with the pinking. Maybe that's too much sun, I don't know. But yeah, so this had stopped growing. Just zoom out a bit. This had stopped growing prior to me taking it into the bathroom. So I thought, let's see what happens. So whether it was a coincidence that after 8 months it started to grow again, and it would have done that normally, or that it was in a humid environment, I was watering it more, etc. And that's what kick-started the growth. So I have been watering it frequently. I don't let it dry out now. So let's see what happens in the next 8 months, fingers crossed. So that's the Egyptian guava. So plant number 2 there. And then here we've got the Atamoya, which is, I think, a hybrid between, oh, I can't remember now, 2 types of, I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember. It's a hybrid anyway, of the custard apple family. And that too was very similar to this. It was at 8 month stage, and it had barely put out any new growth. It was tiny. So I thought I'll pop that in the bathroom as well. It was in a smaller pot, and I watered it more frequently. So whether, again, it was the increase of water and the more humid environment it started to put out leaves regularly until I went away. It had been pushing out new leaves, and then when I came back, it has stopped growing. So it has not put out a single new leaf. In fact, the newest growth fell off. So the tip here, this part here, there was a new bit of growth, and that fell off. So none of these, so they all sort of simultaneously, you can see there, little brown nubbin. That's where the last leaf was, and that fell off. And since then, see there, that's where the last leaf was. So they simultaneously used to put out leaves on all three branches. And so yeah, sitting in the bathroom, not doing anything, but obviously concerned me that the newest leaves had all fallen off. Now, if I can remember when I grew cherimoya years ago, they used to drop the leaves and then they would start again. They would drop all the leaves and then they would start anew. This hasn't dropped more than 3 leaves. So each stem, one leaf each. But no new growth since. And no further leaf drop. It's like, what's going on? So I thought I'll bring it downstairs. It gets more light in here, and in the evening it doesn't go under the grow light, but it's in the vicinity of the grow light, so it does catch a little bit of extra light in the evening. I have it on the plant stand over there. But yeah, so this is a bit of a puzzle for me. So anyone growing Atamoya, they can tell me if that's normal. They have a dormant period where they don't grow anything at all. I mean, I hope it's not going to be 8 months until the next growth spurt. But yeah, it's getting plenty of light. As you can see, I've got it in the catching, light in this area. So I move my plants around to catch as much sun as possible. Sorry, I had to pause again. My throat's a bit croaky. Yeah, so I do move the plants around a bit so they can catch as much sunlight as possible. And this room does get the very early morning sun up till probably around about 12, and then it moves round to the side and the back of the house. So yeah, it's just a bit of a mystery about what's happening with the Atamoya. So, I'll just lift it up and you can see. That's what it looks like. The leaves, it's got some marks on them there. I don't know if that was when it was close up against the window, in the bathroom window, and there's condensation has caused that. I don't know. And I haven't watered this as much since I brought it down. I didn't want it to head into root rot, because if it's not actively growing, I didn't want to keep flooding it with water. Whereas with the guava, it's putting out new growth, so I'm going to keep watering it. Same with the jackfruit. I didn't water it as frequently as I had been until I saw the new growth happening. So let me know what you think, folks. What should I do about the Atamoya to get it going again? Or should I just leave it, be patient? Hopefully it will start new growth, or maybe it will put out a new stem and that it won't put out any more growth on these 3 branches. Yeah, so a bit puzzled. What I haven't shown you as well today, obviously I'm going to show the mango plant in the bathroom. I'll do that video another day. I'm going to take one of the mangoes out of the grow tent and put that upstairs in the bathroom and see how that does there. It's not doing badly in the grow tent, but I don't want it to be totally reliant on artificial light. yeah, so let me know what you think, folks, about my trio, which are no longer in the bathroom. And I'll appreciate your comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, please. And thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.